Just imagine that you walk onto a tennis court holding your racket like it's the sword of champions. You swing it once, and boom, people can already tell what kind of player you are. Yes, your tennis racket actually says a lot about you, like your personality, your playing style, and even how seriously you take the game. Today, we're going to break it all down, like you're 10 years old and just joined your first tennis club. The power player, the big hitter racket. The big hitter racket is the symbol of dominance, raw strength, and confidence on the tennis court. These rackets are designed for players who love making an impact. They feature oversized heads, powerful string tension, and frames that allow tremendous racket head speed. The most popular examples include the Babolat Pure Drive and the Wilson Ultra 100, both of which are famous for their blend of explosive power and amazing control. The large head size, often 100 square inches or more, provides a massive sweet spot. That means even when the ball isn't hit perfectly in the center, it still flies off with authority. These rackets are typically lightweight, enabling quick, aggressive swings that unleash sheer force from the baseline. The lightweight design also helps generate whip-like motion through the ball, creating deep, penetrating shots that can overwhelm opponents. This type of racket often attracts confident, bold players who enjoy playing on offense. They thrive on momentum, feeding off the rhythm of big serves, booming forehands, and crushing ground strokes. In their hands, tennis feels like controlled chaos, fast, fierce, and loud. The sound of the ball hitting the strings is distinct, that satisfying crack that echoes through the court. It's a weapon for players who don't just want to rally, they want to dominate, dictate, and finish points on their own terms. Beyond pure mechanics, this kind of racket reflects a mindset. It represents self-assurance and flair, the belief that power itself can shape outcomes. Even professionals like Serena Williams and Juan Martín del Potro have built their success on such weapons. A big hitter racket is, at its heart, an extension of confidence, a statement that every swing means business. Looks amazing, right? Well, it's just the start. Stick with us to know more interesting information about tennis rackets and what they say about you. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for amazing content. The Control Freak. The Control Freak racket is the exact opposite of the Power Beast. It's refined, deliberate, and built for precision. These rackets, such as the Head Prestige or Wilson Pro Staff, are heavier, smaller-headed, and engineered to reward flawless technique. Their dense string patterns reduce trampoline effects, ensuring every shot stays laser-focused on the intended target. This racket doesn't hand out free power. It demands skill and discipline. Players who use it understand that control is king. The smaller head, typically around 95 square inches or less, allows the ball to stay on the strings longer, offering unparalleled feedback and connection to every stroke. When used well, it feels like sculpting a masterpiece with every rally, each swing measured, intentional, and exact. Control-oriented rackets tend to attract those who see tennis as strategy, not brute force. It's about constructing points rather than blasting them. The feedback from these rackets helps fine-tune shot mechanics, allowing players to direct the ball with surgical precision. They appreciate the nuances of string tension, balance, and frame stiffness, all variables that others might ignore. This racket embodies the mindset of a perfectionist. Everything must be aligned. The grip, the balance, the tension, the rhythm. It's favored by athletes who thrive on precision under pressure, who find satisfaction not just in winning but in executing beautifully. To them, tennis isn't chaos, it's order. And their racket, the Precision Master, is their instrument of exactness, shaping every ball with intent and artistry. The Spin Wizard. For those who love watching the ball arc dramatically through the air, dip sharply, and bounce high off the ground, the Spin Wizard racket is the go-to choice. These rackets, such as the Babolat Pure Aero or Yonex V Core, are designed with open string patterns and aerodynamic frames to maximize spin generation. Every feature of a spin racket is built for manipulation. The open 16x19 string pattern allows the strings to bite into the ball, producing a brushing motion that makes it rotate rapidly. The frame geometry enhances racket head speed, while modern graphite composites reduce air resistance for more fluid motion. The result? Balls that seem to defy gravity are dipping, curving, and bouncing unpredictably. Spin-oriented rackets encourage a creative and tactical style of play. They invite experimentation with topspin, slice, and kick serves. The player wielding this kind of racket loves to disrupt rhythm, changing the ball's flight path, altering its bounce, and forcing opponents into uncomfortable positions. Spin transforms tennis into a kind of art, where every stroke paints a different pattern on the court. The Spin Wizard embodies imagination, flair, and tactical intelligence. It's not about hitting harder, but about hitting smarter, using geometry, timing, and the laws of physics to win points. Watching a skilled spin player is mesmerizing. The ball seems to dance, twist, and tease the opponent. Their racket, more than just a tool, becomes a brush for creative expression, turning the court into their canvas. The baseline grinder. The baseline grinder racket is all about consistency, resilience, and unwavering endurance. It's the tool for players who thrive in long rallies and who can outlast opponents through discipline and mental toughness. Models like the Yonex E-Zone or Head Radical perfectly represent this category. Balanced, comfortable, and durable. These rackets are designed with stability and reliability in mind. They're neither too heavy nor too light, offering a solid balance that helps maintain rhythm over extended exchanges. The string setup tends to be firm, providing consistent control shot after shot, while shock-absorbing materials ensure less fatigue during hours of play. The goal isn't to overpower or trick opponents, it's to wear them down through patience and precision. The typical baseline grinder uses every inch of the court, retrieving impossible shots and sending them back with unrelenting consistency. For such players, the racket is like a trusted partner, dependable, comfortable, and ever ready for battle. It represents mental discipline, self-belief, and quiet strength. This style of play demands a particular mindset: calmness under pressure, stamina, and a refusal to give up. It's about turning defense into offense, capitalizing on mistakes, and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The baseline grinder's racket reflects all of this. It's not a weapon of flash, but of fortitude. It's built for those who believe the match isn't won by the strongest swing, but by the longest will. The serve and volleyer. In the fast-paced world of baseline battles, the serve and volleyer racket is a nod to the classic artistry of tennis. Compact, firm, and agile, this racket type is built for players who thrive near the net, ending points with a single crisp volley. Models like the Wilson Blade, Volkel, Feel, or even the Head Prestige Classic fit this elegant mold. These rackets feature smaller heads and tighter string patterns for control, allowing players to feel the ball even during split-second reactions. The slightly heavier frame adds stability during volleys and half volleys, providing that perfect pop sound at the net. They're tailored for fast play, short exchanges, quick steps, and smart positioning. The design reflects an era when tennis was more about touch and timing than raw power. Serve and volleyers thrive on rhythm and intuition, using their racket like a conductor's baton to orchestrate plays at lightning speed. It's a game of grace, anticipation, and trust in hand skills. Beyond the technical side, the serve and volley racket symbolizes elegance and tradition. It honors the likes of Pete Sampras, Stefan Edberg, and Patrick Rafter, players who made net play an art form. To wield such a racket is to embrace tennis as a craft of finesse rather than force, where each volley carries the weight of strategy, not just muscle. The junior superstar, the bright and bouncy racket. The junior racket is where tennis dreams begin. Lighter, shorter, and often bursting with color. These rackets are designed to make the sport accessible and enjoyable for young players. Models like the Babolat Nadal Jr. or Wilson Clash 26 strike a perfect balance between comfort and playability, ensuring kids can swing freely without straining their arms. These rackets help build proper form and confidence. Their reduced length allows better control, while their flexible frames provide forgiveness for beginners still learning timing. The goal isn't to overwhelm young players with complexity, but to nurture joy and curiosity in every swing. The bright designs, vivid blues, oranges, and yellows reflect the energy and excitement that define early tennis experiences. For juniors, every hit feels magical, every successful rally a moment of pride. The racket becomes more than equipment. It's a companion that encourages persistence, improvement, and fun. Such rackets play a vital role in shaping future champions. They instill early discipline, respect for the game, and the thrill of self-improvement. Every professional once held a junior racket, learning the same fundamentals of grip, balance, and rhythm that define tennis mastery. The junior racket, in essence, is where greatness takes its first swing. The tech lover, or the modern racket user. In an age of digital innovation, tennis rackets have evolved far beyond simple graphite frames. The tech lover's racket represents the modern fusion of sport and technology. Models like the Babolat Play Pure Drive or the Headboom MP come with built-in sensors, vibration dampeners, and app connectivity that track performance metrics such as swing speed, impact zone, tone, and spin rate. These rackets cater to analytical minds who love data as much as they love playing. They bring science into sport, enabling precise evaluation of technique and progress. By pairing with mobile apps, they reveal insights into stroke consistency, power output, and shot placement. For some, this information becomes a virtual coach, guiding practice sessions and shaping training goals. Technological rackets also emphasize comfort and customizability. With smart materials that absorb shock and adaptive grommets that enhance feel, they deliver a blend of innovation and playability. This type of racket symbolizes a futuristic mindset, tennis as a measurable craft, where improvement is driven by feedback and precision rather than instinct alone. The tech-driven approach transforms the racket into both a performance tool and a research device. It appeals to those who value progress, optimization, and efficiency. For them, tennis isn't just about hitting a ball. It's about decoding performance, one metric at a time. The vintage collector or the wooden racket loyalist. The vintage collector racket is more than a sports tool. It's a tribute to history. Crafted from wood and strung with natural gut, these rackets, like the Dunlop Maxply or Wilson Jack Kramer Autograph, carry the essence of tennis's golden era. Their polished wooden frames, elegant handles, and timeless balance evoke nostalgia for a slower, more graceful style of play. Unlike modern graphite rackets, wooden ones demand technical precision. They have smaller heads and heavier weights, rewarding clean contact and punishing mishits. The feeling of hitting a perfect slice or volley with a wooden frame is incomparable, a buttery, smooth connection that modern technology often overlooks. Collectors and traditionalists cherish these rackets for their craftsmanship. Each piece tells a story of the artisans who shaped it, the legends who wielded it, and the evolution of the game itself. Owning one isn't just about nostalgia, it's about preserving the spirit of an era when tennis was as much an art as a competition. In a world of high-tech gear and power-based play, the wooden racket stands as a reminder that beauty and control once defined greatness. It represents authenticity, respect for tradition, and a deep appreciation for the sport's origins. Every swing with it feels like a conversation with history, graceful, deliberate, and timeless. The oversized power racket, or the big launcher. Now this one is pure muscle. The oversized power racket looks like it was made for players who love to blast the ball across the court with huge energy. The head is huge, the strings are lively, and every swing feels like launching a mini rocket. But behind that power is an entire world of engineering brilliance. A larger head size increases the sweet spot, that magic area where the ball hits perfectly and flies like a dream. Players who use these rackets prefer forgiveness over precision. The goal is consistency and confidence, not overthinking every stroke. These rackets are often used by developing players, weekend hitters, or even advanced athletes who like a bit of help from their equipment. They allow for faster rallies and easier serves while reducing the chance of mishits. In a way, they symbolize optimism, the belief that every swing has potential. They're tools that make the game more accessible, enjoyable, and full of energy. It's like carrying a cannon on the court. Every rally feels powerful. Every shot feels alive. This type of racket represents freedom. No pressure to be perfect, just the joy of seeing the ball explode off the strings. The compact player's racket, or the surgeon's tool. This is the complete opposite of the oversized power racket. The compact player's racket is smaller, heavier, and built with surgical precision. Its sweet spot is tiny, but when the ball connects perfectly, it feels like pure magic. These rackets aren't designed for fun, they're designed for mastery. Every inch of their construction demands skill, timing, and focus. Players who favor these rackets tend to enjoy control more than chaos. They rely on clean footwork, calculated angles, and a deep understanding of spin and timing. These rackets reward discipline and punish laziness, and that's what makes them so fascinating. The compact racket is a statement. It quietly says, technique first, power later. It's for those who believe that real satisfaction comes not from hitting the hardest shot, but from hitting the smartest one. In professional tennis, this is the weapon of choice for the strategists, the thinkers, the ones who view every point as a chess move. There's beauty in how unforgiving it can be. It turns mistakes into lessons and clean hits into poetry. The compact racket reflects mastery, not ego. It's all about precision, patience, and pride in skill. The modern graphene or carbon racket. Modern Modern rackets made with materials like graphene, carbon fiber, and advanced composites have transformed the way tennis is played. They're light yet powerful, stiff yet flexible in all the right places. This is where science meets sport. These rackets absorb vibrations better, channel energy more efficiently, and allow players to swing faster without losing control. It's the era of technology shaping the court. Players using these rackets tend to embrace innovation. They trust engineering as much as they trust their own instincts. These rackets often come with sleek, futuristic designs and cutting-edge balance systems that reduce strain on the arm and increase power transfer. It's not just about looks, it's about performance optimization. The modern graphite racket embodies progress. It represents the modern athlete, data-driven, adaptable, and forward-thinking. It also reveals how tennis has evolved beyond tradition. It's no longer only about wooden frames or gut strings, but about understanding how technology can enhance human ability. The graphene racket is for those who believe in merging innovation with intuition, creating a perfect blend of science and skill. The vintage wooden racket, or the classic soul. Few things carry nostalgia quite like a vintage wooden tennis racket. The moment one sees its varnished surface, slim frame, and leather grip, it feels like a window into another era back when tennis was played with elegance, not just aggression. These rackets are heavy, flexible, and demand absolute precision. Back in the day, players had to master timing and technique, as even a small mistake could send the ball into the net or out of bounds. Using a wooden racket today is like driving a classic car. It's slower, but the feeling is unmatched. There's something poetic about how the ball connects with the strings, a soft, earthy sound instead of the metallic pop of modern rackets. It's for those who value tradition and heritage, who see tennis not just as competition, but as art. Vintage rackets remind people of the legends who played before technology took over: Rod Laver, Bjorn Borg, and Billie Jean King. They represent the roots of the sport, a reminder of its beauty, discipline, and timeless spirit. The wooden racket carries history in every swing, a connection to the game's purest form, where heart and skill mattered more than power and gadgets. The ultralight junior racket, or the Rising Stars wand. This racket is small, bright, and full of promise. Junior rackets are designed for young, developing players, lightweight, easy to swing, and made to inspire confidence. They represent the beginning of a journey. The smaller frame and shorter handle make learning easier, encouraging natural movement and coordination. But beyond function, junior rackets carry something deeper: ambition. Every child who picks one up dreams of becoming the next Federer or Serena, of hearing the crowd cheer as they hit a winning shot. These rackets are symbolic of potential and imagination. They may not have advanced materials or technical complexity, but they hold infinite dreams. They encourage discipline, fun, and creativity, essential foundations for a lifelong passion. Even seasoned adults sometimes keep their first junior racket as a reminder of where it all started. It's not about power or design, it's about inspiration. The junior racket is a symbol of growth, innocence, and the spark that ignites the love for the game. It shows how tennis is more than a sport, it's a story of progress, starting small and dreaming big. The all-rounder balanced racket, or the diplomat. The balanced racket sits right in the middle of the tennis universe. Not too light, not too heavy, not too powerful, not too control-oriented. It's the perfect blend, a tool that can do everything reasonably well. This racket type suits adaptable players, the ones who like to experiment with different playing styles or switch between baseline rallies and net play. It's about balance, flexibility, and smart adjustments. The design usually distributes weight evenly between the head and the handle, offering both stability and maneuverability. It's often seen as the safe choice, but there's more to it than meets the eye. Balanced rackets reflect maturity. They show that the player understands their strengths and weaknesses and chooses stability over extremes. They're for thinkers who adapt mid-match, who stay calm under pressure. There's elegance in their neutrality, no drama, no flash, just quiet consistency. In a sense, this type of racket mirrors real life too. It represents balance in chaos, control in pressure, and adaptability in changing conditions. It's not about being the loudest or fastest, it's about being steady and reliable, a true diplomat on the court. The custom-made racket, or the signature statement. Finally, there's the ultimate expression of individuality, the custom-made racket. These are tailored specifically for the player's preferences: weight, balance, string tension, grip size, and even paint job. Custom rackets are about identity. They represent dedication, precision, and personal connection to the sport. Professional players often have rackets designed exactly to their needs, down to the gram. Every adjustment serves a purpose: more control, better spin, enhanced comfort. But beyond performance, a custom racket tells a story. It's not just a tool, it's an extension of the player's personality. Some choose sleek black designs to show focus and discipline. Others go bold with bright colors to reflect confidence and flair. Having a personalized racket means having complete ownership of one's craft. It's the final stage of mastery. This type symbolizes confidence, ambition, and perfectionism. It says, "This is who I am, and this is how I play." The custom racket is where art and science unite, where the human touch meets precision engineering. It's a celebration of individuality, proof that tennis is not just about winning, it's about expressing identity through every shot. Every tennis racket tells a story. Whether it's the fiery power of a frame, the impact of a player's racket, or the charm of a wooden one, each design shows the mindset of those who hold it. Rackets reveal passion, philosophy, and even personality. They're extensions of emotion, rhythm, and style. What once began as simple wooden frames has evolved into a symphony of materials, technology, and creativity. The racket simply speaks the language. Thanks for watching this video. If you found this helpful, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel.